Hey guys, Mr. Rysz here to help you out on part 5. Here we're going to try to figure out how many slices per pizza. So at this point, the user can tap the button to get a total number of slices the people want to eat. But how many whole pizzas will typically need to be ordered? So we're going to use typically that there are 8 slices per pizza. And what we're going to do is we're going to need a variable and increment that variable for the number of pizzas by 1, every 8 taps. So in our code, we're going to have another global variable. So we'll just duplicate one. And we're going to call this global variable numbers of pizza, number of pizzas. We're going to make that equal to 0. So we're going to go back to our slice count. And where is that? That's calculate. Where is our slice? Oh, it's right here. There ain't much to it, right? Slice count is to set the global count to get count plus 1. And what we're going to do here is we're going to add a little bit of code. And the first code that we're going to add is we're going to set the number of pizzas to, we'll get the math, and we'll get the divide, the global count divided by 8. All right, and we can test this out. So go ahead, test this out right now. All right, probably don't see much. And that's because we actually don't have any code right now to show the number of pizzas we need. And so we have to add that back to our output condition. And so let's go to our output condition. Let's add some more things here. All right, let's duplicate. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I like to probably have these costs at the end. Have the area at the end. We're going to put number of pizzas, a bunch of spaces here, number of pizzas, and then we're going to not get the count, but we'll get the global number of pizzas. All right, so let's see what this looks like when we start typing this in. All right, so now as I click on this, I got 8 pizzas. I need 1 pizza here. And I click again. All right, I have 9 slices. I need 1.125 pizzas. 10 gives me 1.25. All right, which is good. That's dividing. But the problem is you can't order 1.75 pizzas. You have to buy the number of pizzas in a whole number. So what we're going to do here is we're going to use the round to help us out. And so we need to go through and to figure out in our math box, which one do we want to do? And there's 2 different rounds. There's the round, there's the ceiling, or the floor. So the way round works is that if a number is 0.5 or higher, it's going to go up. If the number is 0.49 or lower, it's going to go down. Ceiling will take any decimal and move it up. So it's going to take, if it's 0.5, it's going to move up. If it's 0.6, it's going to move up. If it's 0.3, it's going to move up. If it's 0.1, it's going to move up. If it's 0.00001, it's going to move up to the next number. Floor is quite the opposite. If it's 0.5, it's going to go down. If it's 0.3, it's going to go down. If it's 0.2, it's going to go down. If it's 0.999, it's still going to go down. So let's use the right operation here. And we're going to use the ceiling. All right. And so we're going to snap that. We're going to still divide those numbers, and we're going to find the ceiling of that. All right. And then let's test out the app here. All right. I'm going to reset my account here. And you know what we need to do here is, why didn't that reset? Oh, because when we reset, we also need to do something else, right? Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Wrong button, press. We want to make sure when we click the reset, not only do we make the global count go to 0, we want the number of pizzas to go back to 0 too. All right, let's stop sharing this here. Let's see, click reset. All right, we got 0 pizzas, 0 slices, and we have a price. Okay, slice, we need 1 slice, we need 1 pizza. 2, we need 1 pizza. 3, we need 1 pizza. 4, we need 1. 5 slices, we need 1. 6, 7 pizzas. 8 slices, we need 1. We go up to 9. Now it goes to 2 pizzas. We can keep going until we get to 17 slices. It goes up. Keep going again. 23, 24 slices. We get to 25. We go up. All right, so what I want you guys to do is to send that in, and we're going to learn about another mathematical way we could have done that. So turn this in. We're still not done with this part here. We're going to take a quiz together on our next part. All right, so I'm going to open up the quiz here, talk about the modulo operator. So the modulo is another way that we can use division or rounding. Okay, so if the number of peaches is to be 1 as soon as the first slice is tapped, and we're going to increase 1 every 8th tap, we could make a conditional statement to say like if to add 1 to the number of pizzas every multiple of 8, and that would take a lot of the time and work. All right, so this condition might be set up for the first pizza. So if 16 slices equal 2, 23. All right, you might also have another way to know the multiple 8 could stop on the app just always working. So ultimately, a user could order 1 more slice than accounted for in your program. So instead of programming for multiples 8, which as numbers are infinite, you could never do that. So you couldn't say like if slice equals this, goes or all this greater than. All right, so what we could do is use the modulo operator instead. And to understand how the modulo operator works is it just finds the remainder. So 14 divided by 8 would return, or 14 modulo 8 would return a modulo of 6, because 14 divided by 8 has 6 remaining. 27 divided by 8 would turn a modulo of 3. All right, so try to think here, okay, what would be the modulo result of 170 divided by 8? You would divide that, see how it comes out, and then what would be remaining? And the answer would be 2, because 170 divided by 8 is 21.25, and 0.25 of 8 is 2. It's the remaining amount. So if we wanted to go through and ordered another pizza, we could have done a more practical answer. So sometimes in programming, it's important to break down what is happening into a mathematical operation. Once you understand what math is occurring, it's possible to program the formula for the program to follow. All right, you are about to find the mathematical formula behind knowing when to order another pizza. So if each pizza has 8 slices, how many slices would you need to order 1 more whole pizza? All right, what is the minimum number of slices ordered that will force you to buy 3 pizzas? At 8 or 9 slices, how many pizzas would need to be ordered? At 15 or 16? So we can go through this chart here and we're going to fill this out. So if you guys look here, if we just did straight division here, 8 divided by 8 is 1. 9 divided by 8 is 1.25. So I want you guys to fill out this chart. And then using the rounding operator, we can see what we'd get here. We're going to look at the modulo. Okay, so if I take 13 and divide it by 8, what would that be? And you can use the calculator, but that's 1.625. Think so? It's all skateboarding numbers. 1 divided by 8. All right, rounding. If I used the round, I would go up to 2. My modulo answer would be a 5, because there would be 5 remaining. If I divided 13 by 8, I have 5 remaining. All right, so 14 divided by 8. If I type that in a calculator, we get 1.75. That answer rounds to 2. The modulo result would be 6. 14 divided by 8 was 1 6/8. All right, 15 divided by 8 is 1.875. That rounds up to 2. And the modulo result is 7. 16 divided by 8 is straight up 2. 2 rounds to 2. And the modulo result is 0. 17 divided by 8, that is 2.125. That rounds to 2. The modulo answer would be 1. We'd have 1 remaining. So you can see here, there's a pattern with the modulo answers. It's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 0. And it would keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can kind of see the pattern does affect the results here too. Okay. So our increments by 1 shows us our pattern. When we divide the slices by 8, it shows the result using divided by. All right, so we can record our observation using different operators. We can pick 2 or 3 digit numbers to determine how many pizzas should be ordered here. All right, let's go on to this next part here. We can look at a table, but I think you guys can figure this out. What remainder or modulo answer would you get the next time the user needs to buy a pizza? So what would we have to get here? What remainder or modulo would you have to get at the time when the user needs to buy another pizza? So what causes us to buy 1 more pizza? All right, so do we get a modulo answer of 2, 5, or 6, a decimal number, or 1? And if we look here, when did we have to buy 2 pizzas? All right, right here we have 1 pizza. When we need 8 slices, we need 1 pizza. When we have 9, we had to buy 2 pizzas. We had to buy 2 pizzas, 2 pizzas, 2 pizzas, 2 pizzas, 2 pizzas, 2 pizzas, 2 pizzas. It wasn't until we get to here at 17, we'd have to buy 3 pizzas. So if you look at the difference between when it changed from 2 pizzas to 3 pizzas is when our modulo is equal to 1. All right, see how we did. I'm double checking my answer key setup. 2 out of 2, perfect. All right, guys, there's the quiz. We are done with part 5 and 6. I'll see you guys for part 7. Have a good one.